Over the years, I have come to hate the culture of request building. When it comes to making money, it has to be as a team. A group of people working together with a common purpose. It's about us, we, and our goal. The request culture, however, just breeds a me, mine, I. When owners use request numbers for staff promotion, pay, commission or bonuses, that's when requests can really damage business growth. And that's why I say stop the request culture. Well, let me answer these questions and share with you 6 key reasons why request building needs to stop. It's a team that makes money for a business, not an individual. The salon or spa's profit is made when everyone is successful, and requests are all about individual growth. The culture is me. I'm only interested in my development, my target, my commission, my promotion. And I'll see little or no benefit to helping others succeed. There is no team when the focus is I. I build my column. That client is mine. Team targets are far more powerful when it comes to financial success. Profit comes from team success, not individuals, and requests are all about individuals, not the team. Requests can make teamwork hard work and build egos and money monsters. Now, developing a high-performance team takes time and goes through clear, specific stages. Part of the problem with requests and development is teams often get stuck in stage 2. And for some teams, they never make it past that stage. And that can really affect growth, slow it down, or even stop it. You see, stage 2 is all about competing for power. It's a stage every team goes through, but it's key for managers and owners to move the team on from this stage of me, my view, my needs, hierarchy, and competing with each other. And that's why requests are no good for team development. It makes it harder for teams to move on and grow. This normal stage of development is also about me, and requests are all about me. Getting stuck in this stage can be a big problem. It can start internal wars, negative reactions to owners, managers, or other team members. There'll be a feeling of frustration and often dissatisfied at being at work, and that does nothing positive for growth. As those who go on to reach dizzy heights of principal or salon director, it feeds into the hierarchy state and can create big egos. I have the most requests. I shouldn't have to do cleaning. Why do I need to come to meetings or training? I should get. Money monsters aren't much better. Their behaviour within the team is also very negative. If I give you 2 examples. If they're at reception, someone returns for some retail, they'll put it under their name, even if it's not their client. Or if they're booking a client in, I can see you at X time, rather than booking the time a client wants with another team member. Money monsters don't care for others because there's no personal gain. It's about me. Success comes with team development. Everyone moving forward towards a common goal and an us attitude. Requests only tell half the story, and it's not always a good one. Retention should be every owner's key focus. So, they got to the dizzy heights of principal or director. But at what cost? Yes, to look at a request rate of 70 to 90% on paper looks great. But how many clients did they lose the business to get there? Requests tell an owner who did come back. But what if that superstar had a low retention rate? What if they lost 80% of the clients you gave them? What if their retention rate was just 25%? So you would give them 20 new clients and only 5 would return. Over a number of years, they've built their requests, earning their promotion, getting paid more. But at what cost? Getting new clients is hard work and expensive. That's why retention is key. Here's some real figures from a stylist. We'll call her Julie. That's not her real name. Now, Julie currently has a request level at 93%, and that sounds great. But each quarter, Julie is currently losing 22% of those request clients. And what's worse, Julie is losing 78% of all new clients given to her. Over a year, that's a loss of 260 clients. Take their average spend, number of visits per year, that's potentially a loss of approximately £65,000. Add to that the average referral rate of 3 clients. That's a potential loss of just under £200,000. She'll lose £265,000. Does Julie sound really good with 93% request rate? You see, only a small number of clients will ever tell you they weren't happy. In fact, 96% will just never return. A scary 80% of clients will sit in what I call and train the nice client zone. And if something better comes along, they'll be off to the competition. They won't return. Julie's clients are in the nice zone, and she is losing them. You see, the assumption with request figures is growth, excellence, but it's a fragment of the story. Understanding and targeting retention of new clients and returning clients is far more important to the figures. If the client doesn't like the team member, the request focus makes it hard for them to return to someone else. The client is being put in a difficult position, and we should never put clients into a difficult position. I speak up and ask for someone else, or I pay my money to someone I don't like, or I never return. If we look at Julie's figures, 22% of her requests went elsewhere. 8% of her new clients, they also chose to come back, but with someone else. But 22% of requests and 78% of new clients just never returned. You see, in human behaviour, the psychology of how we behave, people will avoid perceived pain. When we think something is going to be difficult, uncomfortable, painful, we avoid it. Think about it. Only 4% of all unhappy clients will speak up. 96% will just leave, and you'll never know why. Clients need the freedom to pick anyone in the salon and not be forced to just one person. It's not good for business. When team members are focused to requests, it runs the risk, and it is a risk, that clients will avoid an uncomfortable situation, won't ask for someone else, and will just never come back. Building loyal clients is about forming habits. When a team member builds the habit that a client returns to them, the risk is the loyalty will be with the team member and not the business. Requests build consumer habits, a pattern of behaviour to return to just one team member. And we all know where that leads to. After building their column, their business, they up and leave, giving owners financial panic attacks and or fury after everything I've done for them. But if we as an industry use requests as the focus, we're encouraging the person to build their business. So it shouldn't be a shock when they leave. They've spent potentially years working to build a following of loyal clients, and of course, if they can get a higher percentage of commission or go it alone, their assumption is, I'll make more. See ya, I'm out of here. Those are my top 6 reasons why the request culture is bad for business. What salons and spas need is team-based targets, incentives and pay, bonuses focused to growth as a unit. What business owners need to focus on is retention. What's my retention percentage for both returning clients and new clients? And for a really clear understanding, owners need to monitor what I call the complete professional service and the client scorecard. These 2 key performance indicators really give owners an insight into their financial security and team performance. If you've liked this video, here's what I'd like you to do. First, you can find out more about effective targets in my revenue newsletter at www.thesalonmoneymaker.com, and in my book, The 7 Killer Sales Mistakes in the Salon and Spa Industry. Next, if you're not yet monitoring retention, go print out your retention reports and see if you're losing thousands. And finally, if you know someone else in the industry who would benefit from watching this video, then please share it. Spread a little love.